Hello, this is my optimization plan critique for Script Mensch, and I'm Nancy Folgman. Here are some positive points I would like to start off with. In the executive summary, I felt it was extremely well done and on point. The plan was clearly defined, enticing to read, easy to follow and understand. Some more positive points. I liked the definition and reiteration of the SMART goals within the introduction, and I thought the great use of images for the framework section as well. Continuing on, I have the positive points for the trends where they were clearly laid out and well defined. There was a good use of images and graphs. The challenge and action items were precise and clear, and the goals were well defined and reiterated throughout the trend section. Here's some suggested improvements. Regarding the executive summary, I would eliminate the specific dates, as this is a proposal and presented as a plan upon approval. Using the dates skewed some of the proposed action items, as it gave the impression the plan was already in place. In the Web Analytics Process Framework section, I was wondering about who is Daniel Weisberg and why was his process being used and recommended. Maybe a brief description here. In Trend 1, the KPI acquisition, placing articles in magazines, what specific magazines, articles would be placed, and maybe what brief sentences of more details would work for me here. On Trend 2, segment homepage sources by paid organic traffic. There was no mention of paid in the goals, so I would probably remove that. And the keywords, action items, update content. What were the keywords for success in the competitors and who are the competitors are my suggested improvements. In Trend 3, the segment homepage, the KPI2 transaction, the action item said to change the text in the call for action to see if using the same words as competitors would increase. What were the words that competitors used, and perhaps adding an image and text of the current call to action and the revised would have worked well here as well. Continuing on with Trend 3, I would have liked to see a brief description of the goal funnel to make it clearer to the client, and also maybe an image of the stage that was being referred to make the point clearer and stronger. Continuing on with Trend 3, the setup, the reminders if visitors abandon cart. I understand that idea, but I felt like what action item after you set up a reminder would be implemented, and I have provided an example here. So to summarize, I would return this to the consultant for the following revisions. Delete the dates in the executive summary and throughout the whole report. Define who Daniel Weisberg is and why is his framework being recommended. In Trend 1, I would eliminate the use of search in the headline and specify articles and magazines being considered. In Trend 2, I would eliminate paid in the goal section. I would include specific keywords and specific competitors, add a call to action image as well as text. And in Trend 3, I would define what stage of the gut funnel we are being proposed, and propose an action item to implement after setting up a reminder. So moving on, I just wanted to follow up with some suggested tools for Script Mensch to implement. The first being Google Content Experiments, formerly known as Website Optimizer. I think this is something every website should use. And for this example, I would specifically call out for Trend 3 pertaining to the goal and the conversion cycle. I would also recommend Google Trends, as it uses subjects, people, news, and up-to-date relevancy. And since this is a business of selling script writing, it would be useful for blog and social media content, perhaps for subscribing to the trends such as actors, authors, books, movies, and people would work very well. And the third trend, the tool, excuse me, I would recommend is, in place of Alexa, I would recommend SpyFu. Because it does pull more data from smaller websites, and I provided some examples of SpyFu with a specific competitor and some keywords that work for this competitor. So in conclusion, I feel that the overall plan is concise and solid, and it communicates clearly the defined goals, KPIs, and analyze the data very well. Changing a few details and being more specific in areas, this optimization plan will be complete. And if the plan is implemented as stated, ScriptMensch will enjoy increased visitors, engagement, and most importantly, profitable growth. Thanks so much for your time.